seed ever to an Elite Eight. Gonzaga makes it as an 11 seed.
She led Gonzaga to the Elite Eight for the first time in program history back in 2011 with this win over Louisville, and she joins us now. Courtney Vandersloot, how are you doing today?
Not bad. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to fast forward all the way to the Sweet 16, the game against Louisville that I mentioned. Quite a ball game for yourself, 29 points, 7 assists, and 7 steals. And by the way, in that game, you set the NCAA record for assists in a season, which still stands today. Where does this game rank in your career?
Oh, it's pretty high up there. I mean, it could be number one. I haven't really ranked games, but if I'm thinking about the most memorable games, this one definitely comes to mind right away.
So Gonzaga was the 11 seed going into the NCAA tournament. You ended up being the lowest seed to reach a regional final. Did you feel like you could sort of play with nothing to lose because you were the underdog?
I think we had a lot of confidence going in it. I know that we were a lower seed than I think that we deserved, and it was, because maybe that we were playing at home, and so we were flying high going into that tournament. I remember being, not worrying about the little number before our name and realizing how good we actually were as a team, and that if we were going to make a run, this was really the team and the chance to do it. I don't think anyone on our team had any doubt that we were going to make this type of run. We knew that we could play with the best teams in the nation.
And I think coming into the tournament, you guys had won around 20 straight games or something like that. So obviously you had the momentum going in. First couple of games, you guys played in your home arena, and then the regional was just a couple miles away at Spokane Arena. I have to assume that played a big part in the success you guys had.
Oh, it definitely did. We had a really, really good fan support at Gonzaga, and they followed us anywhere. I really think that they would have followed us anywhere we played. It just happened to be in our backyard. And we played really, really well in front of them, which I think helped play into the confidence that we had going in there, just knowing we were going to have 10,000 people behind us. Usually we were selling out the kennel, and that was only holding 6, and we knew that we were going to fill up that arena too, which it was a really cool opportunity for us. I'm glad we made the most of it.
So let's talk about the game against Louisville. Looked like a sure thing at one point. You're up by 20 in the second half, and then all of a sudden the lead is shrunk down to 3. Were you nervous at that point that the lead was going to evaporate and it's kind of slipping out of your grasp a little bit?
I do remember being nervous. We've come this far, we've played this well, and things kind of just took a turn. But that's what good teams do. Louisville was in a really good team. They had a really good year, and they were chipping away at us, and that's what the tournament's all about. We knew that we had a control of the game, and we just needed to make big plays down the stretch to win the game, and we had that in our mind the whole time, that we were controlling the game. We just needed to finish it out, do whatever it takes to finish it out, and fortunately we did that.
We'll talk about finishing it out. You had 3 made free throws in the last 22 seconds, which kind of iced the game. Was there a point at the end there where you kind of knew it was over?
No, there really wasn't, because until the horn went off, we were really on edge. I remember being really nervous, and that excitement, anxiety that comes towards the end of the game, especially with such a run that they made. We were not really ready to know or a point that it was over until that last horn blew and we were celebrating on the court.
Shannon from the corner, and it's over. Gonzaga, the slipper still fits.
The Gonzaga men kind of started their run over a decade earlier, and I think that sort of helped put Gonzaga on the map nationally. What do you think this win did for the women's program in terms of kind of making a name for itself?
I think it did the exact same that big Elite 8 run that the men did. It was they haven't turned back since. Gonzaga hasn't. They had one of their best years ranking-wise this year, and that was almost 10 years after that. So it was kind of it's kind of eerie, the same type of pattern that it's taking. I think that run really put us on the map from the NCAA standpoint, that we've been contenders ever since that run.